Imagine a psychologically ideal, yet extremely rare, scene of true intimacy, the foundation for any deep and healthy relationship. Your partner looks at you not with judgment or advice, but with complete, quiet understanding. They truly feel your pain, your anxiety, or your joy, and speak to you precisely the words that are needed to support your spirit and your mind. This is pure, sincere empathy, unburdened by hidden motives or personal agendas. It is a psychological goldmine that should strengthen any relationship, creating a safe space for vulnerability and growth. But think for a second, what happens if this same tool, the ability to feel deeply, is used against you? Not as a bridge, but as a hidden, invisible weapon for control of your emotions and your behavior. After such an empathic exchange, you suddenly begin to feel not relieved, but rather obligated, overwhelmed by guilt, or too much of a burden for this person. Your inner power doesn't return, but rather quietly disappears, flowing to your partner. Realize, this is no longer genuine care and support. It's a form of covert psychological manipulation, skillfully disguised as deep understanding, but actually aimed at making you feel indebted. The dark side of empathy is the hidden secret of communication, exploited by the most subtle, skillful manipulators to subtly destroy your inner confidence, your personal boundaries, and your authentic power in relationships. We'll reveal how your deepest emotions transform from a part of your vulnerability into an instrument of external control in the hands of your partner, and how to learn to mindfully distinguish between true, selfless care and hidden emotional pressure. The myth we're debunking: we collectively believe that empathy is always a positive, pure force that automatically leads to healthy and strong intimacy between people, and that there's nothing dark about it. Truth: empathy is a neutral psychological tool, the ability to understand another's condition. In the hands of a weak, unconscious, or psychologically immature person, it easily becomes a weapon for creating mental debt, dependency, and subjugation. Your brain is biologically programmed to respond to others' pain and calls for closeness. The manipulator uses this ancient social code against you, creating a false connection through guilt. You must realize that constant guilt for your needs is essentially a currency with which you endlessly pay for their care and understanding. This is not a balance, it is a psychological loan. Insight number 1: Emotional blackmail, the victim frame and the creation of debt. The practical psychology of manipulation summarizes: your pain is my hidden power and my superiority. An empathic manipulator uses their ability to feel as an effective means of establishing a victim frame, which makes you responsible for their condition. They initially demonstrate an excessive, theatrical understanding of your problems, but then immediately, within seconds, shift the emotional focus to their own burden, which they bear because of this very concern and the gravity of your problem. A classic example of emotional blackmail: a partner says dramatically, "I really understand how difficult it is for you right now, but you never consider the emotional price your support and my willingness to listen come at me." Boom! The emotional bill is in. You're already indebted and have to apologize. A mini story of broken communication: you find the strength to talk about your problems at work. Instead of unconditional support, you receive an emotional boomerang: "I'm so hurt by your pain, I need time to recover from your revelation." You immediately become silent and feel ashamed of your feelings. Secret: a skilled manipulator masterfully turns your most pressing need into moral and psychological superiority. True, selfless care, the foundation of a healthy relationship, never demands immediate repayment through guilt or reciprocal debt. Insight number 2: the erosion of self-affirmation, the theft of authenticity and will. The dark truth of gender dynamics and intimacy: a manipulator uses empathy to destroy your authenticity, your sovereign will, and your inner power, which is the source of your attraction. Your partner doesn't wait for your words. They sense your unexpressed desires and anticipate your reactions and needs, thereby rendering your own words and opinions psychologically redundant and unimportant. A classic phrase for destroying willpower: they confidently say, "I know what you really need right now, you just don't realize it yet." At this moment, your own will and right to choose begin to disappear, passing under the control of another. Your mind falls into a deep logical trap: if they understand me so deeply and accurately without words, then they know better than I do what I feel and what I should do. Your confidence in your own intuition and your right to decide disappears. The secret: you imperceptibly become completely dependent on their reading of your emotions and your state, completely losing the ability to independently assert your value and firmly defend your communication boundaries. Your thinking must be recoded from the expectation of perfect understanding to a strict demand for respect for your sovereignty. Remember, power in a relationship belongs to those who aren't afraid to assert their boundaries in the face of a manipulator. Your mind needs a new code, the code of authenticity and self-respect. Insight number 3, the antidote: radical transparency and unwavering boundaries. True power lies not in the ability to hide your emotions, but in your ability to clearly and radically communicate and establish unbreakable boundaries. You must firmly end the hidden guessing game and emotional blackmail. Note the fundamental rule: I just want you to listen to me. I don't need your decision or your opinion on my feelings. You must establish clear rules of interaction and emotional exchange before you begin sharing vulnerability. If someone begins returning your pain or your needs as punishment or moral duty, this is the point of immediate cessation of communication and the breaking of boundaries. Your response must be firm: I feel like you're trying to blame me for my disclosure. That's unacceptable for me in a relationship. Your brain must learn to firmly separate emotion from action and commitment. Empathy is a passive feeling. Support is an active action without the condition of reciprocation or sacrifice on your part. Mini story of taking back responsibility: your partner plays the victim role after you open up. You calmly but firmly say, I see you're going through a hard time right now, but my problem and your feelings about it are two different things. I'm ready to talk to you after you resolve your emotions on your own. You return their responsibility for their condition. Secret: your power in a relationship and your attraction lie in the steadfastness of your boundaries and your self-respect. A manipulator can't operate where there are no pressure points or feelings of guilt. Emotions, from dependency and guilt to freedom, clarity, and confidence. You fell into this trap because you deeply fear being rejected, being alone, and missing out on vital support. This is a basic fear. Your pain is in your psychological dependence on someone else's understanding and external confirmation of your personal value and significance. Awareness leads to absolute liberation. Your value does not depend on how deeply another person understands or empathizes you. It is primordial and immutable. Practice of power: every time you feel unjustified guilt for your needs, firmly tell yourself, my need is my legitimate right, it is not a debt to another person, it is my personal responsibility and my choice. Your confidence grows with every conversational communication where you honestly and calmly declare your boundaries, even if this causes discontent or conflict in your partner. Philosophy of freedom: true freedom in relationships is based on mutual respect for the sovereignty of each of you, not on emotional fusion, debt slavery, or victimhood. Your mind must learn to filter emotions. True empathy is an open and safe bridge. Manipulation through empathy is a hidden and dangerous network. The secret of power: if you are punished with guilt for your honest feelings and needs, this is not unconditional love, but pure control of your personality. Your power lies in the ability to walk away in time from someone who consistently uses your pain as leverage and manipulates your attraction. Your clarity in life and communication will only come when you stop seeking perfect understanding and begin demanding basic, honest respect for your boundaries. Your brain must understand: being strong means being prepared for misunderstanding from others and calmly accepting this fact without internal drama. A powerful ending: the dark side of empathy is simply a test of the strength of your boundaries and your self-esteem. Pass this test with honor to gain confidence and independence. The secret of your power: don't let your emotions be used against you. True empathy liberates and confirms your sovereignty, not subjects, and destroys your limits. Retake back your sovereignty and your attraction in relationships.